Hello, beautiful people. So I want to talk a little bit about remaining within the center of consciousness. The universe is going through a lot of changes. And so normally there are rhythms or cycles that you can feel, we're moving through this rhythm or we're moving through a new cycle. But in the last month or so, there has been so much expansion and contraction all within one day, that a lot of people are losing the centeredness within themselves because of the expansion and contraction. The world is turned upside down, and then the world has profound shifts in awareness all at the same time. When we experience this pulsation of changes all within one day, in the morning, you can feel this massive expansion, and by the time the afternoon comes around, we can experience this contraction. We can feel this contraction that happens within the universe because we're moving through such profound evolution as a global humanity, one could say, in consciousness. When we experience these fluctuations, the ego often starts to kick in and we feel out of center, we feel out of focus. And predominantly what happens when we really are within the center of consciousness, we do really well. We understand the contraction, we understand the expansion. But what happens when we allow emotions and feelings and experiences to become more predominant, when we allow the mind to become more rapid in its thinking, and he said, she said, it could be, and we allow the stories to build, or the fears, or the worries, or the anxieties, we move out of the center of consciousness. The more we separate from source, the greater the confusion, the greater the ego has the opportunity to loop and repeat, and the more stress and fear and worry and anxiety, because we're no longer within the center of consciousness. So the mantra for the next while is, I am just divine. And when we talk about just being divine, it means there's nowhere to go, there's nothing to do, there's nothing to fix, there's nothing to solve, there's nothing to think, there's nothing to solve. It just means we are divine, just divine. Move back into the center of consciousness.